everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome back to another episode of Cyberpunk Pro Wrestling, our local global save, where we're trying to take this small little company and bring it to a national powerhouse. And, we've been stuck in a rut. So if you've seen from the last couple episodes, we've had some issues. Some of them are financial, and we're about to hit some more financial hurdles coming into Short Circuit, our next pay-per-view. And part of it might be our production warnings. We are basically bottom of the barrel for everything. So we had to look at this. I'm a little concerned about going into the red because we're all going to have this next show. But I think we need to start upgrading some of these. This is sort of the problem. I've seen some discussion in the comments about what to do here. We've been discussing about maybe getting a bigger name, though I think we got Joey Ryan here. That might boost it up. We've been having some problems with general level of skill level. People been rating pretty low. And obviously our shows are being rated very low for where we want to be. We're getting momentum. We're getting prestige a little bit. Not nearly as well as we want. But if you look at that last rating, 26, it's just bad. That is just practically bottom of the barrel for what we need to be here. Problem is money is just tough. We're just about breaking even month to month. And I'm a little concerned about Cyberpunk, a Short Circuit here. We're definitely going to go into the black or go into the red in July. But we need to start looking at production. Now, we did boost the production up for, I believe, was it music? I think we did generic, but was it music or was it production? I don't remember. But right now, everyone has boosted above us. So if we got to look at maybe upgrading some of these. I don't think we can upgrade all of them, but we got to upgrade at least a few. So let's take a look at this real quick. Broadcast quality. Shows that you film or amateur cameraman, usually his own equipment. It's a distant hard cam and closer handheld work. It's 100 per show. If I upgraded it, it would cost 500 per show, but it is free to upgrade. That might not be bad. Okay, semi-pro. So now we have a single hard cam for wide angles and 2 roving cameramen get closer to the action. So it costs a little bit more money, but now we're at parity with our rivals. Live experience. What does our upgrade cost us? $1,000 a show. Ugh. I don't know if we're willing to do that. I don't think we have enough money. The ring apron. I thought we upgraded this. I think this is an easy upgrade. 500 now, which is fine. And then upgraded, it will cost 500 a month plus 150 a show. Right now, it just costs us 150 a show, so we're really just adding an extra $500 fee at the end of the month. I think that's fine. So our rivals, all of our rivals have better production, though. What would be the next step up? Plus 500 show. I don't think we could do that. I don't think we could afford that right now. Generic music. Next up would be local music, which would be 500 a show. Right now, only one person is better than us. I don't remember how this works. Let me see here. There's no direct benefit of having the best of any element other than the fact that it will hurt your rivals. So we will get a penalty no matter what, just because Evolve went up higher. But we're all kind of in the same group, so we're all getting that penalty. I don't know if it's worth jumping up, because if everyone else is getting penalized, then we're kind of in the same, I guess, playing field, maybe. Volunteer experiences we were looking at would be $1,000 a show. I don't know if we could do any more of this, honestly. everyone's semi-pro though. We're getting really hurt here. What would this be? It'd be $500 a show plus $1,500 a month, and involve an upgrade of $1,000. I don't think we can do that. $1,000 a show is crazy, and $500 a show is better. Okay, we might upgrade music too. So we're definitely spending a lot more money now. So we still have 2 penalties, but I think this makes the most sense. We will save that. We got problems in terms of finances because we have a show coming up. So we're not going to do any hiring. I do think for the most part, our roster's looking pretty good. I want to auto push everybody real quick. Make sure everyone's where they should be. See if anyone changes here. We got Ace Austin in an upper mid card. Azrael's in mid card. Beast is enhancement talent now. Briggs is lower. Connor's lower. Bushido is mid. Kingston's main eventer. Gaff is upper. Icarus is main event. Joey Ryan is not yet assigned. I think he's injured. Is that right? Yeah, he's unavailable. So he will eventually show up and probably be in the main event. Let's see. Kefka is probably lower. Mid. Okay. Kimberly's main. Chris is mid. Referee. Mid card. Neuromancer has now moved down to the mid card, which is probably right at this point. I ideally want him to be in the upper mid card, but we can use him reliably as a free wrestler, which is nice. Lower mid, upper mid. She's injured. Upper mid, main eventer, Whisper. Interesting. That's kind of shocking to me. Might be popularity based. Opener, lower. That seems about right. Actually looks a little bit more balanced so far. Main events, kinda fine. Upper is fine. Mid-carder looks perfect. Enhancement and opener, I might move Beast up to opener. I don't really need enhancement talent. Honestly, the person that is enhancement talent is Young Boy Chody. So that looks good. 2 openers, a bunch of lower, and then Joey and Pricks are not assigned currently. Joey will be main eventer, and Pricks will probably be mid card to upper mid card. I think that looks pretty good. I think we're okay there. Okay, so we did get our hit for our money after we saved that. So that will be something to look to as we get into short circuit. But I think in terms of the back end, I think that's about what we're going to do today. So let's go ahead and get to the show, and hopefully we can get that momentum going further and get out of this 45th ranking. All right, let's see. We stopped over here. Hoping to see some money in our corner here. Nothing going on out here in terms of the world, it seems, which is fine. Show is tonight, so we got $500 in. We're definitely going to go into the black, or go into the red. I would wish we were going into black, but you know what? We're going to have to do it. Not much options that we have here. Do have some morale issues that we'll have to deal with, and that is what it is. You know, right now, while I would love to grow some people, I'm also like, if people are going to walk, I can't afford to pay people what they want. And if that's going to be what it is, you know, if Eddie Kingston's upset, that is what it is. And so be it. Right now, it's more about trying to keep this money as well balanced as possible, something I am, as you guys know, not very good at. But that is definitely going to be the focus going forward. So if people leave, that's it. That's fine. We'll grow some other people. We want to grow. We have people on here we would rather grow up more. You know, we got Kefka, and we got Bushido, and Brian Pillman Jr. we can use a lot, and I think as long as we keep our young lions happy and grow them into our own brand, I think we'll do better. And then we don't need Kimberly's and Eddie Kingstons of the world. We can make our own talent. Let's go ahead and book this show. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully nothing too horrendous. We still have those 2 injuries out. We do have a locker room incident. Backroom rating's not bad, though. All said and done. This just looks like a wrestler's court. Let's go ahead and see. Yep, brought before wrestler's court, accused of forgetting to shake another worker's hand, and sentenced to a case of beer. We're going to try to, I think, rib. And this sounds dangerous, but I'm going to try to rib Eddie Kingston. See if we can get him to improve his personality a little bit. A little practical joke. Gone well with the rest of the locker room. Didn't go well with him or bad. It just sort of happened. But I think has an equal chance of upsetting him or improving his morale. But got the crowd a little bit happier in the locker room, which is nice. We're going to be picking the best venue again, which will still be a generic venue. I really want that hotbed. We will make it one day. Right now, those financials are looking grim. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. And of course, obviously, we have those 2 injuries that's going to affect our booking. But we got some plans for this. We got some payoffs for our storylines that we're going to have to do. I kind of want to end the Neuromancer's reign story and move him on to a mid-card feud. So we'll be kind of ending this stuff. He was fighting, I think, Razorhawk, and there was some drama going on there. We have the Whisper storyline going on. I think we'll still be going. We're still getting some success with it. Kimberly, we haven't done much with, and I think we'll have another match with maybe Gaff. And have something built up with there to kind of keep that moving. But I think we'll end Neuromancer's storyline for now. And formation of Diakatana, we will be continuing as they move in to try to take the Hawks titles. So let's go ahead and let's book this show. We got 120 minutes, need at least 90. I think we're going to be running close to 90 because we just want to save some money. So let's go ahead, let's book it. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back running very lean, 90 minutes even, exactly with what we need to do. Still worried about our finances, but we'll look at it as we go. This is going to be a very, very light show, but, until we start getting into the black here, I think this is what we're going to have to do. Let's go ahead and run a short circuit. So we start off with Neuromancer. He comes out and says, he's not in the scene, but he wants to offer an open, competitive challenge. He wants to face a new upstart in the company and challenges anyone to come out and face him. Gets the show to a strong start, and it gets the crowd hotter, which is good. E+ is not bad for us. Icarus comes out and accepts the challenge. Has a decent reaction for the crowd. Subpar wrestling. Icarus defeats Neuromancer in 11 minutes by submission. Icarus is a main eventer for us and a face. So I thought giving him a bit of a rub would be good, and Neuromancer is decent enough to do his thing. Icarus hasn't really debuted yet, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to debut him. We did do it as a work in the crowd, but actually they were already hot from that intro, which is kind of interesting. And Icarus improves technical and flying. Icarus is a little bit older, so he's not necessarily one of our young upstarts, but he's got enough talent, and he's cheap enough that I think he could really be a potential contender for us for a strong main event scene. For now, what I'm actually thinking about is maybe putting him and Icarus and Neuromancer together, maybe as a tag team, and using that together. Right now, it doesn't seem like they have bad chemistry, which is good, so that might work. Could be an interesting dynamic between the two of them. Let's go ahead and move on. Afterwards, we just have a scene where they shake hands and show respect. This is babyface versus babyface. It doesn't really do anything particularly well or bad. Afterwards, we have, it's okay, Kefka versus Brian Connor. Kefka, as we know, is now part of the Whispers weird little group, and Connor is here to kind of fight him and hopefully take back his loss against him. It doesn't have much heat and has terrible wrestling. Connor, though, defeats Kefka in 12 minutes by pinfall. Both are tiring. 12 minutes was too long for them. Have a great chemistry, and it showed. Kefka has a 24. Brian has a 23. That's interesting. They have great chemistry together. I mean, probably not going to put them in a tag team unless I turn Connor heel for a bit or something. Could be interesting, but at the very least, when they're wrestling, they're getting a boost from it. Unfortunately, we may remember to do shorter matches with them. Kind of shocked that 12 was enough to get them blown out, but oh well. Afterwards, the Whisper stands at the entrance, staring at Connor as he celebrates. Connor seems fired up. This does pretty bad. Pretty bad. Actually lost heat for the storyline between the two of them. This is tricky because the Whisper actually has decent regional popularity. So I picked him as overness because his entertainment and his showmanship, everything about him is weak for some reason. And doesn't go great. So, ouch. Connor, same thing, has average everything, at least at our scouting level right now, and apparently doesn't really do very much for us. Boy, that's rough. Well, this is a little bit better. We have a match with Gaff, who we haven't had wrestle in a bit, versus our opener, Tommy Lee Reeton. Gaff defeats him in 7 minutes by submission. Gets the crowd a bit hotter again. 28 and 24 is fine. It's not much to talk about this match. It was really just sort of there to give Gaff something to do. But boy, that's not fantastic. That's not really what we're looking for. Hopefully this main event that we're starting to move up to will do us better. Cyberhawk versus Diakatana. The rematch now for the belt. Diakatana actually defeated Cyberhunk. What the hell is Cyberhunk? A Cyberhawk in the previous night. And as you know, sometimes when you have the inverse momentum rule, if you won the match, sometimes means you're going to lose the real match. And Cyberhawk defeats Diakatana in 11 minutes. Nighthawk defeats Chris Stratlander by submission during the match. Razorhawk came out to help distract Bushido, allowing for the pinfall, and they make their first title defense of their Cyberpunk tag team titles. Silver was really off his game. Bushido was looking good. Their formation of Diakatana advances, where, obviously they have to now deal with the fact that there still is a third member of Tron that can come out anytime and cause some disruption. This does okay. 28's not horrible for us. And in the main event, we have, it actually doesn't go great. Decent match, but subpar wrestling. Kimberly versus Eddie Kingston. Kimberly actually defeats Eddie Kingston in 19 minutes and wins the Grand Championship, taking it from Eddie Kingston. I was going to give Kingston a bit more of a reign, but right now I'm a little concerned with how annoyed he is that he's just going to walk and vacate the title. So I'm going to give it to Kimberly for a bit and let Kingston run on a rampage to try to get it back. Got the crowd buzzing. They were both exhausted. Kingston had a 30, Kimberly had a 27, and we ended Kimberly's Proving Ground storyline with this segment because now obviously she proved it. Now she has to keep it. 29's not bad, and finally we end it with Kimberly celebrating in the ring, holding the title, which does much better for us. No improvements on the worker abilities, but hopefully that gives us a bit of a boost for the end of the show. An E+ is fine, I guess. Does increase our popularity. We have slightly less production value hits, which is good. We will make a speech. I will try to give Eddie a bit of a boost. as much as we can. And we'll give Icarus a boost as well. There we go. Everyone's happy. Let's take a look here. Chip Jacobs so we have him on a wait list. We're kind of following him, or a short list. We're kind of following him a little bit. We lost a shit ton of money from that. Oh, boy. Well, we'll have to look at that, huh? I think most of that's from our production meetings, to be honest. We'll see what we come out to at the end. We got a little bit of momentum, same amount of prestige. Ooh, that's rough. That's not quite what we would want to look at. I was thinking we were going to be down about $2,000, but not almost $4,000. And the rating is fine, but we're not seeing a huge boost. 213 attendance is still not that bad, though. That's rough. We got to look at this going forward. We'll have to see what our regional outcome looks like. Pretty soon that should be coming up. In 21 days, we got another episode of Cyberpunk, and then we'll have to look at maybe we just go back to doing one a month. I don't know. With those production costs, that's going to be really rough on us. That seemed pretty brutal. But that is it for me today, guys. That was a pretty good show. We got some title changes there, some momentum going forward, some extra storylines, some new stuff we have to do. But we definitely have that looming problem of how do we build momentum with this money loss. That will be difficult. All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Once again, I will see you next time.